Robin and Maisie tonight. We begin with team coverage of the severe storms racing through our area tonight. We have crews spanning southeastern Minnesota, starting with ABC 6 News reporter Rachel Mantas, who joins us live from Faribault. Rachel, how are things looking there?
Yeah, Axel, I'm happy to say that there is no more crazy severe weather conditions right now. No more pouring rain, no more hail. There's still some wind, but nothing as strong as we were seeing earlier. But the evidence of those severe storms that tore through the area is all around me. Debris like the stick that I found, as well as some much larger objects, are littered all across this field behind me here. And I'll get you a better look at that in just a minute. But overall, I am happy to report that things are much calmer than they were a few hours ago.
This is a pretty unique setup. You know, we haven't seen something like this since probably 2011, I believe. It poses a unique situation as far as, you know, what all to expect. Everything could be thrown at us today.
And that's exactly what happened. Strong winds and rolling dark clouds made their way west from Claremont to Owatonna, where just before 6 o'clock, the heavy storm struck. Thunder, lightning, wow, and pouring rain, bringing along pea-sized hail. Emergency officials encouraging everyone to seek shelter.
You know, our goal here is just to preserve life and property right now, and that's what those guys are doing, is being an early warning service for everybody.
Further north in Faribault, that advice is what saved one family as what's believed to be a tornado hit their farm. One family member told me they sheltered in the basement and thankfully everyone is okay. But the same can't be said for several of their farm buildings. The family home and one other building is still standing, but other buildings are reduced to rubble. Tree branches fallen in the yard, tankers flipped upside down, and debris blown across the nearby field. Rice County Sheriff's deputies would not comment on the extent of the damage.
Check on your neighbors, maybe some elderly relatives, make sure that they're safe.
Now, on our way to the farm here, I didn't see any other homes or farms that had really much damage at all, so it does seem that this one family just got pretty unlucky. But when I did get here, that family was all already outside surveying the damage, talking to sheriff's deputies, and the kids were running around outside playing, so it's a hopeful sign that this family will turn out okay. Live in Faribault, Rachel Mantas, ABC 6 News.
Thank you, Rachel, for that report. Now on to Austin, where severe weather also dominated the evening. Let's turn to ABC 6 News reporter Alex Kowalski, who was there when the storm rolled through. Alex, what's the latest where you are?
Axel, the storm has come and gone, and we didn't see a whole lot except for some gusty winds, heavy rain, and of course some pea-sized hail. Take a look. This is a video we took from our vehicle around 8 p.m. What you're hearing is pea-sized hail hitting the vehicle. It was a very windy afternoon in Austin, with wind gusts around 39 miles per hour according to the National Weather Service. But it didn't start raining until around 7:30, with hail pelting the ground a few minutes later. I spoke with Mower County Emergency Management Director Amy Bramwell before things got dicey. She said the storm system was constantly changing.
They always say be weather aware, and that's very true tonight. Be very weather aware.
Just when we thought the storm was done, it picked up again.
So this is a pretty rapidly changing system.
And with stormy conditions lasting until dark, officials recommend to delay any errands until the morning.
It's always good to wait. You never know, there could be a downed tree or a downed power line in your path that you don't know about.
And always be weather aware. Earlier when we were driving to a gas station, we couldn't see a whole lot, and we haven't seen any damage in Austin today, but we'll be sure to keep you updated. In Austin, Alex Karwowski, ABC 6 News.
Thank you, Alex. And now let's round out our team coverage by checking on how things went right here in the Med City. ABC 6 reporter Chandler Jackson is live from downtown. Chandler, what are you seeing in that area?
Yeah, Axel, Rochester and Olmsted County only saw the bulk of this storm within the last couple of hours, and in a much less severe way than much of the rest of our viewing area in southern Minnesota. In fact, it was such the case that it led some to choose to experience the show more face-to-face despite the warnings.
To the west and north of Rochester, the clouds rolled in looking, frankly, quite scary. Flashes of lightning in the distance, ominous cloud formations, heavy rains, all hitting areas around the Med City, keeping officials on their toes.
Most of the reports that we're getting are pea-sized to 3/4 inch hail And the history of the storm has shown some radar-indicated tornado activity, but nothing's been confirmed by a spotter, and it's been short-lived.
As the front moved into Rochester, the storms did ramp up a bit, bringing with it the heavy rains that had battered the surrounding areas.
I think the worst winds that we've heard so far is right around 60 miles an hour, which was just a gust. The primary concern right now would be winds, and then if any tornadoes did spin up, although they'd be short, they could cause some damage.
But as things died down, some decided to take advantage of the rain.
We were having a water fight over in the puddles over there, and de-stressing before finals.
Though not entirely recklessly, as they still paid attention to the warnings as they came in.
When it gets serious, or if it does get serious, I trust our weather system to alert us appropriately. And the university generally does a good job of, like, any kind of severe weather, they'll warn us the day of and periodically send emails and notifications out to you.
And they weren't the only ones. As we watched from under our own cover, we noticed others watching from underneath parking ramps, and some simply walking around. So at least some saw this storm's bark was worse than its bite.
Now, as you can see, Rochester is calmer, if a little bit soggier, and we're watching the last of the storm drift off into the distance behind us with the occasional lightning flash breaking through the darkness. Otherwise, it's all wrapped up here in the Med City. Live in Rochester, Chandler Jackson, ABC 6 News.
And remember to stay up to date on all your weather coverage. Make sure you download the ABC 6